Hey guys, welcome back to Dylan Soul Hobbies, and oh my god, guess what I just saw? Well, not just saw, I saw a couple days ago. I saw How to Train Your Dragon 3! Oh my god, this was an absolutely great movie, and I am going to be getting into a review on it. There will be slight spoilers, but I don't plan to spoil anything too big until, like, the end of this video, and I'll tell you guys when I give you guys those really big ending spoilers, but it's probably gonna be in, like, the last 3 to 5 minutes of this video. The fact is, though, if you haven't seen this movie, you probably shouldn't watch this review. I'm going to try my best to make it, make it spoiler-free, but the last 5 minutes, I'm definitely going to get into some major spoilers. So, yeah, spoiler review, you guys probably shouldn't watch it unless you've seen the movie. Now, before we really get into my review, I want to give a shout-out to my dad. My dad, he's a How to Train Your Dragon fan. He really liked the first one, and me and him went to go see the second one on Father's Day. That's right, we went to go see a movie about when the dad dies on Father's Day. That's kind of crazy, but anyway, we loved the second movie. He's not really into the show. I mean, I got him to watch some of the show when I was little. You know, he wanted to spend some time with me, and I wanted to watch the show, so I got him to watch a few episodes of the show, but he's not into it like I am. But he does like the movies, and he does know how much I wanted to see it. Plus, he wanted to see he wanted to at least check it out, so me and him, for his birthday, actually went to go see it. So, shout out to my dad, happy birthday, and he's the one who drove, so thank you for taking me to the movies. It was a great movie, I had a great time at it, I believe he did too. He liked the movie, he really did, so let's go ahead and get into it. He's not into it as much as I am, but he enjoyed it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my review. Now that all that's done and said, let's go ahead and get into it. So, this movie has some really interesting three-coursing storylines that I really do enjoy. First off, we have everything with Hiccup and Astrid, and there's this whole line about trying to get them to get married. You know, it's really, really funny. I was not expecting it when I think it was, who was it that said something, darn it, now the name's flying out of my head. Gobber, that's who it is. Yep, I gotta think about the names. I haven't seen any of these guys for a while, you know what I mean? So anyway, I wasn't expecting it, but I found it funny when Gobber was calling them out and trying to get them to marry. I thought it was cute. As soon as that was going on, you knew that they were eventually going to get married in the movie. So, is that a spoiler? I'm sorry about that, but they do get married, and I absolutely loved the wedding scene. I thought it was adorable. But there's that whole storyline between them, and it goes throughout the video, throughout the movie, about them talking to each other about it, and I just really like how nervous Hiccup is, and how Astrid is pretty much like, yep, we're not ready for it, who cares? I just enjoyed that. I really, really did enjoy that part of the storyline. And then the second storyline really has to do with the villain. So the fact is, Hiccup in the game have been, for the last year, have been traveling and seeing where people have been capturing dragons, and they've been freeing them and taking them back to Berk. So the main storyline really is that they're taking them back to Berk, saving all these dragons, and they have been saving too many dragons, and it's been getting pretty much overrun with dragons. Berk isn't even Berk anymore. Berk is a dragon's nest, and it's just getting too crazy for both the dragons and the people. And they can't free him out into the world. I mean, they're not like captured or anything like that, but if they free him out to the world, they're just going to get recaptured. So this gets Hiccup thinking about what his dad told him as a little boy. And I absolutely love the flashbacks with little Hiccup and his dad. I thought that was a really, really nice touch. It was really, really sweet. And I love Stork. Stork? I love Stoic. 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 I love Stoic. Why can't I say Stoic? I said Stork. Anyway, I love Stoic. And I love them in this movie. Now, everyone I heard was kind of worried about him not wanting dragons to fight anymore. So, in that flashback with Hiccup as a little kid and Stoic is talking about the hidden world, turns out that he wants to go plug up that hole so dragons and humans fight no more. He doesn't want to protect the dragons, he doesn't want to save the dragons, but he doesn't want to have to battle dragons constantly for the rest of his life, you know? So, I really liked that. I really liked that attention to detail. Everyone was worried about, oh, you're changing how he changed, or how he felt about the dragons before. And it's like, no, I knew that they wouldn't do that. So, I really, really liked the flashbacks. And there were multiple flashbacks to when Hiccup was a boy. There was this flashback about Hiccup's mom and this speech that he was talking about with his mom about how love is the greatest thing, but sometimes you have to let go, and it was just all sweet talk. It was very, very sweet. I really, really enjoyed the flashback scenes in this movie. But anyway, back on topic, because they keep saving these dragons, the dragon trappers need to call somebody in. And that's when they call in the villain. And guess what? I still don't know the villain's name. Like, to be honest with you, I thought it was a great villain. I thought it was interesting. A good counter to Hiccup's goodness. But you know what? I really don't care about this villain. And he's not Drago Bloodfist. Now, Drago Bloodfist isn't even in this movie. Like, I thought he was going to be in the movie. Did he drown in the second one? I guess he could drown in the second one, but it didn't seem like he did. I don't know, but Dragon Bloodfist wasn't in this movie, and I was hoping that Drago Bloodfist was going to have some sort of insight on the villain, and he just didn't. He just didn't. No, is my stuff crooked? I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at my stuff behind me, and my picture looks like it's crooked. Oh well. Who cares? Not a part of the video. I should probably even cut that out, but I won't. So, anyway, and then we have the whole thing about the light theory. So, the bad guy has the light theory, and he lets her go. He lets her go only to hopefully capture the Alpha and kill them both. And he's known as the Night Fury Killer. He kills all the Night Furies, except for, of course, the female Light Fury and Toothless. So that's the whole thing, is just to, that's his whole thing, is to really just capture Toothless. He doesn't really care about the Dragon Trappers and their goals, but he promised, he made a deal with them, so he promised that he would at least try to capture Toothless and then bring up all of the rest of the dragons. But he really just plans to kill Toothless. And the Light Fury, obviously. And I like that, I really do, but to me, he's just a villain, which is just great. I don't need an impressive, important villain in this movie, and the reason why I don't need an impressive villain in this movie is because I just really want to pay attention to Toothless in the Night Fury, Night Fury, in the Light Fury, which is exactly what happens in this movie, and let me get into that. Oh my god, when we really get into that, it was just adorable. adorable with him trying to impress her. And I really, really like, and I'm sorry for the slight spoiler here, but I really, really like the fact that it was Toothless's drawing that actually got her to like him. I mean, that goes back to the first movie. You know, that's just great, you know? And it was really cool to see the King of Dragons, the Alpha Dragon, not only take over the other dragons in the Hidden World and stuff like that, but really connect with her, and she just has this way. You know, it's funny. Doesn't matter how big of a king you are, the queen's always the most powerful. So it's interesting that while, yes, he is the alpha, and he does control the rest of the dragons, she isn't under his control. It's more or less he's under her control. So it's just fun to see, and I loved seeing all of that. So that will be about it. Now I'm going into some serious spoilers. So for those who have been watching up to now and haven't seen this movie yet, go and see this movie before you see these spoilers, because I don't want to really spoil this movie for you, okay? Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm expecting everyone who haven't seen this movie to be gone. Okay, so let's get into it. Oh my god, when Hiccup and the gang are just hanging out on Burke, and there's all this stuff with Roughnut, I think it is. Roughnut and Toughnut were the funniest part of the movie. You know what? I loved them in the first movie, and I wanted them more in the second movie. In the cartoon, they were alright, but almost none of their jokes really landed with me. They were the funniest part of the movie, and I loved the fact that Roughnut just really wanted to help Hiccup get Astrid, and yet all of his advice was absolutely ridiculous. I love the joke about Roughnut knowing that the Earth is round when he's the most stupid person in the gang, and then Toughnut trying to be all hot, trying to be all cute, and definitely not being that. I mean, oh my god, it was just hilarious. And then Gobber just constantly picking on a Hiccup about the girlfriend and everything was just hilarious. And then everything to do with Toothless. Now, when Toothless does need to go fly off and find her, I really, really liked the fact that they called it up from, they called this up from the Christmas special. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but in the Christmas special, Hiccup actually makes a new tail harness where Toothless can fly on his own, but Toothless ends up breaking it at the end because he just wants to be with Hiccup. It's a really cute scene. Well, now he has a reason to fly, so what Hiccup does is Hiccup actually makes that wing again and gives it to Toothless. And I love the fact that Toothless was so excited about it, ran off to go see her, and then he looks back and wanted to make sure it was okay. And that scene where Hiccup says it's alright, and then you just focus on Hiccup, and everyone's like, okay, move along, nothing else to see here. Like, they just spend enough time on it where it's just hilarious to me. I absolutely love that. But the best part of the movie to me, of course, was when Toothless and the White Fury were flying up into the clouds. And it's really cool what she had. So, we already knew this from the commercials that she could basically throw her fire, fly into it, and disappear. I really liked the fact, and I couldn't figure out what was happening. I had the idea of what was happening, but I couldn't figure it out. It's obviously camouflage, and I thought that was so cool. So the question is, can Toothless camouflage? Does he even need to? Because of course he's a black dragon and only flies at night. Usually he's only supposed to fly at night. So of course, being a black dragon, at night, he doesn't really have to camouflage himself that much. But it was just so cool, and I wasn't expecting it. Here's the thing. He's supposed to be, and this is just so cool to me, how they called this back into the series. He is supposed to be the son of lightning and death itself, right? The child of lightning and death itself. And we haven't really seen any lightning with the Night Fury, so he's able to call upon lightning and disappear into the night. Oh my god, that is so cool. He's able to call lightning, guys! Fantastic. Fantastic. And the rest of the movie, I know I'm not really going into major story parts, but that's because I want to see this movie. But the ending of this movie, oh my god, I literally cried. I literally had tears in my eyes when Hiccup said goodbye to Toothless, and everyone said goodbye to the dragons, and Hiccup flown away. And then, of course, at the very end, Hiccup is with his new children and his wife, Astrid, and they're heading to, of course, the Hidden World, and on the top of the rock, you see Toothless. You see Toothless in the Light Fury. And their baby dragons, oh my god, their baby dragons were so cute! I gotta get like a baby dragon figure or something like that. And they were adorable. Like, I believe the boys were black and white and the girls were white and black. Like, they were double coloring from their parents and everything. They were just so adorable. So cute, so cute. Cuter than any of the baby dragons in this entire series. Adorable. But what was really incredible was when Toothless comes and says hi to Hiccup again. And he acts like when they first met before in How to Train a Dragon 1. The way he moves, the way he's kind of defensive and everything. And then he remembers the smell of Hiccup and just goes crazy on him, licking him, loving him to death. You know, it's his buddy, they're best friends, and then, of course, having their children meet Hiccup. I mean, having Hiccup's kids meet Toothless, and how the kids hold up their hands, and Toothless goes into the touch and everything. And what I really like is, you see, in the original movie, this is behind the scenes kind of note. So, in the original movie, when Hiccup is going to go touch, when Hiccup is trying to go touch Toothless, and really finds out that no, he has to let Toothless come to him, and he holds out his hand, and Toothless goes up to him, but then he, like, goes like this, and then touches Hiccup, like, almost like he's thinking about it, but hasn't done it yet. That was a glitch in the animation, but they kept it in there because it looked so cool. And they do the exact same thing. Obviously, this time it's not a glitch, they do it on purpose. So Hiccup kind of goes like this, and then lets them touch his nose and everything. And then they all fly on top of the dragons. Astrid is even on her dragon. Oh my god, that was just a perfect ending to the scene. You know what? A good ending to a movie needs to do three things. It needs to, 1, finish up all of the plot holes in the series, which this movie does. It needs to satisfy you, which this movie 100% does. I don't have anything bad to say about the movie, except I didn't like the villain. However, I didn't need to like the villain. I just really needed to like the Light Fury, which I do. And then, of course, this movie needs to satisfy you, but leave you wanting more. And that's what this movie does. It leaves you wanting more, but you leave satisfied. And I love that. It's just like with the original trilogy of Star Wars. It leaves you wanting more, but you want more, but you're satisfied with what you got. And my god, I absolutely loved How to Train Your Dragon 3! My god, what an impressive movie. Thank you guys for watching my review, and, well, I'm about out. God, I love this movie. I will definitely have to go see this movie again. I won't be able to go in the theater again for it, but as soon as it comes out on DVD or Amazon, I will definitely be watching it again and again and again. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.